Many of our students that start Holberton have never written a line of code before. And so many of our students go from no coding at all to getting a full stack engineering job at these big corporates in Australia. Holberton School is a global network of software engineering schools. Founded in the Silicon Valley in 2016 by a couple of French guys, it's now expanded to over 30 campuses in over 25 countries in Europe, South America, the Middle East, Africa, and obviously here in Asia Pacific in Australia. There's actually 5,000 graduates worldwide working at some of those big companies. Our students are working at Canva, AWS, NAB, all these big tech companies, REA Group, Sportsbet, etc. We launched Holberton here in Australia in 2022 as one alternative pathway to a career in tech. So we started Holberton School in Australia for career changers that wanted to break into tech. You don't need any experience getting into Holberton. You learn the foundations of software engineering from scratch. Many of our students that start Holberton have never written a line of code before. They come from completely non-technical backgrounds. What we have before you can start Holberton, and we'll touch on this towards the end of this presentation, is the admissions process. And for many people, this is the first time they're actually coding. And so many of our students go from no coding at all to getting a full stack engineering job at these big corporates in Australia. The second one that we're looking at is learning by doing. You learn by doing, and that's the best way that we can see adults are learning, because the theoretical approach of university is not working in that short-term career change. Because you've already got that foundational knowledge, you know how to work. You don't need to be taught how to work. You just need to be taught the technical foundations for you to kind of come into this career and use all the transferable knowledge and the transferable skills you've got from your previous careers. So the whole idea of Holberton is learning by doing and learning on weekly projects. So there's no lectures, there's no exams. The goal is to collaborate with your peers and work on those projects together. And those projects are delivered on a weekly basis. So every Monday, you get projects, and those projects are due on Sunday. And then next week, you get a whole bunch of new projects. And you and your cohort are working on those projects for that whole week. Coming back to that point is about collaborating. It's a cohort-based model where you and your cohort are working together. I talk to a lot of our students, and tech is one thing. It's important to understand the tech skills and learn tech. But one of the big values of Holberton is actually connecting with like-minded people. It's very difficult to meet people that have that same mission as you and coming from a similar background. So collaborating with your cohort is actually going to be the most valuable part of your experience, because you can leave an experience like this and suddenly you've got 25 friends that are all engineers working at various different companies, and that's how you guys are going to propel for the rest of your career. It's a 9-month program, full-time. It's hybrid from Melbourne. We have a campus in the CBD just on the corner of Collins and William Street. It's open all the time. Feel free to join us every day if you wish. We do ask at least our students come in 1 day a week because of that hybrid learning, but we do also work online Australia-wide for those people that aren't in Melbourne. We've started over 100 tech careers. Over 90% of the people that have done our program have been employed in tech at some of these companies there, plus many more, which is something we're super proud of. Everyone that comes through Holberton gets an industry mentor. We want to bridge the gap between education and industry. To go with that, we have a career coach. Her name is Julie, and throughout the program, you will sit down with Julie and you'll be working on your mock interviews, you'll be working on your strengths and weaknesses assessments. Julie will help you with your resume and your cover letter and walk through some common behavioral interview questions. So this is the non-technical side of Holberton, but the tech side of it is obviously very relevant because this is what's going to help you guys break into the industry and understand actually what you'll be learning throughout the program.
Hey guys, I'm Jonathan. I'm the software engineer in residence in Holberton, Australia. I'm here to deliver the course and be sure you're doing well. For the first 3 months, for the sprint 1, you're gonna learn how to code using C programming. C is a low-level language, and we are using this in order to teach you the fundamentals of programming and understand how it is working under the bonnet. In Sprint 2, once you understand the core concept of programming, you're going to use Python, which is a high-level language. And this is where you're going to see the relationship between what you have seen in C before and how it is used and implemented in Python. Also, you're going to be introduced to web development by creating your first website, which is a clone of Airbnb. Finally, in Sprint 3, it's about consolidation. You're going to reuse everything you have seen in Holberton, plus what you've taught yourself, by creating your own project from the ground up with a portfolio project.
So basically, the value here is you're working on real projects. And when an employer is looking to hire you, you need to be able to showcase your portfolio. So what we've got here is 3 key projects. So that first project of the simple shell, the second project of this Airbnb clone, and the final one is this portfolio project that, yes, one you build, but also you have to present. And that's what is our demo day. So this demo day is how we conclude the studies for Holberton. So you ideate, design, build a portfolio product from scratch. For most of our students, this is a chance for them to build something to then sell themselves to get employed. So we want everyone to come into this program with the same mission to make a career change and to get into tech. We want to be able to train you, and we want to be able to bring you up, and then we want to be able to help you get a job at the end.